the most important thing I want to impart to you and that you can impart to your clients too is that you don't have to see the way other people see. You don't have to see what other people see. You don't have to agree. You can agree to disagree. Now, in contemplating what's to be, oftentimes people's minds get really locked into trying to have guarantee. They want to know if I do this and this, I'm going to get that. So you have to learn, have to. It's ideal if you could learn how to let go of not only your mind running the show, but the other person's mind trying to get you as an outer authority too, to tell them what to do. Okay, so asking them, inviting them, informing them, getting them in touch with how they're here to decide. And in contemplating the storyline of their life, we've gone through planetary activations that can show us aspects of the life. But the storyline or the nodal principle, nodal trajectory, this storyline actually doesn't concretize until later in life. That's why you see a lot of people really shifting or changing or morphing after the midlife. So Uranus opposition between 38 and 44. When you're doing your analysis work, do try to put the actual year, not just 38 to 44, put the year. Because if somebody's over on 44, like Lavina, I am a slow maturer, fast learner, slow maturer, as far as my awareness principle, particularly, okay, seeing principle. So 44 for me, it was 3.5 years before that, 3.5 years after. Hi, I'm almost 48. So I'm getting there, as far as awareness. The thing to grasp about being yourself is that you don't have to see what other people see. You don't have to be what other people think you have to be. And that sounds simple, but it's really, truly, honestly, authentically profound because we are so conditioned to take in other people's judgments of us, current transit, other people's expectations of us, rather than bucking the trend of whatever it is that is safe, and going our own way and doing our own thing and being our unique sovereignty. Lavina only saw the rebelliousness of this body recently. It's been 14 years and I really didn't get rebelliousness. That's me. Oh, okay. I get it now. Most human beings are constantly being conditioned away from truth, trying to be how everybody else expects or sees them that they be. And we know that a fifth line body is always constantly projected on, and it may or may not be true or authentic or real. So finding one's own truth in the body, living out its form principle and knowing that you're okay, even if the mind is saying, oh my God, what a fuck up. I can tell you from experience that it's an absolute wonderment to experience the mistake and go, wow, okay, that actually wasn't a mistake. This is something that I'm learning and adapting through. And because I'm resilient and because I'm true, as in I'm authentic, I know I can weather any storm, even if it might be quite bumpy along the way. It feels really incredible to be able to trust your body and be your own authority. But nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else is going to know what it's like for you. Nobody else can actually even accurately assess it, because you're the only one that is the witness inside of your body living its life and how the form principle behaves or glows or shows or whatever it happens to be. Because by design, we're all given a unique way of seeing, a furthest differentiation potential in this way of being. What happens is the way that you look at the world is going to shift. It just will. Over time, your mind is going to shift, and there's nothing to do but see, but be aware. And in this seeing, nothing to do but wait and see. In this seeing, the greatest reward for you is that you get to honor what's true. Following your strategy, being your own authority, the peace, satisfaction, success, and surprise, even though it's not a constant, nothing is. We all have frequencies, patterns, cycles, and pulses. Yep, that's what happens. But there's nothing else, no one else, utterly, uniquely like you. You are the only one that knows what's true. So if you are in the passenger back seat watching the limo driver as the scenery goes by, you're not as chaotic in the mind, taking that so seriously, and it feels like a great comfort to the body. Whatever tools you have to use in this current era, which is really challenging, I'll grant you that, really sometimes painful and distorting because there's a lot of fear, the exacerbation and distortion of the normal miasma of the not self mind is hard to deal with if you're constantly exposed. So that's why we say sleep alone. That's why for those of us who have retreat or aloneness gates, yeah, take your time, take your space. You don't have to go in and get your hands physically dirty if it's not right for you. You can take your space because it is the spaciousness that gives us grace, as in the alignment to self, for self, and then an interaction with others in correct aligned communication. Now, does Lavina find herself in not self? You bet your bottom dollar. Absolutely. Oh, the little triggering of that, oh, blame, or that, dang it, you know? But then it's a flash in the pan and it's gone. And I don't hang on to it and I don't try to seek revenge for it. I just want justice. I just want what's right. I want what's right for you. I want what's right for the system. I want what's right for everyone involved. To the best of my capability, for the beauty and the wonderment and the journey of all humanity, not just this finite, what I think of as reality. So Ra says that only when you are the witness, only you, the deeper you enter into the realm of the passenger, the quieter everything becomes. And that right there, I have a recognition of. As in the most challenging and dark places, the dark night of the soul, when you're trying to figure it out and go out into the internet, out into the people, public, get as somebody to help you. If you are not coming from an authentic space, if you're trying to initiate from frustration, anger, bitterness, disappointment, or fear, as in terror, as in help, I'm drowning, people are more likely to push you away. Have you ever noticed that? In that if you're coming from this graspy, greedy, help me, and you're not standing up for your own authority, you're not taking your sovereignty back, taking your power back and being you, people may not want to have anything to do with you, as in that kind of contagion can be contaminating. Now, I'll grant you that sometimes, there are some heroic people out there that can absolutely step in and help. But unless it's a life-threatening event, there are some people out there that are using crutches in order to drain the resources of others, and that has got to stop. We all have this intrinsic value inside and this inherent giftedness that can allow us to be what we came here to be, true in our authenticity. So when you come from this place and space that aligns you inside to truth, it is not that you found it outside of you, but you actually came home to rest within the spaciousness that gave us this choicelessness that is our grace. And you come from this integrity inside, and you come from the aligned principle, the form principle, the truth that is inherent inside of you, which is everything is moving, vibrating. Everything is in movement, frequency. We're all frequencies. So when you get the frequency right, which is what human design does for you, when you get the frequency right, it allows you to make those mistakes that are like, oh, shit, damn it. And then you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Now that there might be some space in between that where we have crying and we have tears, but because we come from that authentic place, even if the other person doesn't care that we came from that authentic place, we know what's right inside of us. And we can stand for our own truth and our resonant principle. And everybody else is helpless, choiceless in their own movie. Everybody is the star of their own movie. So we don't have to agree. Aren't the best movies filled with, these people versus that people? Because there's always this challenge. But we don't have to be addicted to the drama, as in we can agree to disagree and just come from this authentic physical reality. When it comes to something that is right for you and the authentic nature of what is true. Oh, thank you, honey. It is correct that you are here to have a clean living. Lavina before human design, not clean, not peaceful, successful, or any of those things. Really icky, really, ugh. But this work that you're doing, it can be such a clean living. And that was the thing that really grabbed a hold of me, as in, you're not here if you don't want to help people. We want to help people. We want to be able to help. I like to call it singing each other home. So the homogenized world isn't seeing clearly. They just aren't. There are so many mechanical truths. It would take me a little while to explain it to all of you, as far as depending on where you're at in your studies. But just know that over time, as you decondition and as you align, you are going to find the dust, the dirt, the muck, the mire wiped from your eyes or from your glasses, because I wear glasses. Let's get those shit glasses off. Oh, we're seeing now. What are we seeing? And then we're seeing things differently. And it's such a beautiful gift to be able to see things uniquely, authentically, humorously, or even seeing the irony or the tragedy or the whatever, seeing through the eyes of fear, whatever it happens to be for you. Okay. For me, it's personally. So I take in things quite personally, and then being able to see how we can maybe get above it all and stand tall and walk the talk. I really resonate with those people who are authentic in their nature, who can be honest and in integrity. Even if you're seeing things that maybe you don't prefer to see, can you remain true in truth and honesty and in integrity, communicate your seeing? The most magical, wonderful experience is to be able to have true communion, whether it's communion with your child or with your partner, or with your family and friends or neighbors or whatever, to just be you, unapologetically and unequivocally true, authentic, and real. The perception changes the way that you think. The way that you see changes the way that you conceptualize. So your mind's process, as you decondition and align, gets you to this place and space where there's this beautiful wonderment of uniqueness, and not like it's going to be there all the time. I'm not sitting there in meditation, constantly, but I know how to get there like that. I have my own process. And you need that for you. If you're going to be able to hold steady, hold strong in this work, you cannot meet people down where they're at, not all the way down. Sometimes you have to go a little bit down, it might be a little irritating, might be a little, but you can pull them up, help them stand on their own 2 feet. Yeah. Call them up, tease them up, seduce them up, entertain them up, whatever it is for you, the way that it's true for you to authentically align with another that you bring into your life. And I can tell you, the more that you resonate with you and be you, the more other people will come in for that resonant frequency, that true authenticity. And you don't have to worry or wonder, where's my next dollar going to come from? Because they start to show up. Ra's promise to you, when you're operating in integrity, you get what you need and it's all okay. I can remember him saying, nobody needs to make $1 million a month. Nobody. Okay. Yeah, nobody. The not self needs more money. Oftentimes people are looking for, okay, where is it? Where's my wealth? Because of the new era, the new age, right? Finding spirit through materialism. But abundance is strictly a question of spirit. So it's this evolvement, it's this leveling up, it's this attunement that we can all find, because this is a time to align. Have you felt it? I don't know if you feel or know it, but I can see it. I can see people talking about it. I can feel the resonance principle. I can see as they evolve, and they're coming to me so much more self-aware than the challenge of despair. No, despair is not a bad thing. It is what it is. We have this contrast, this life of the dualistic construct, this perception, this vacillation of back and forth. Okay, so this is what your conceptualizing mind is waiting for. It's there or not. It's here or not. It's off and on. It swings. Okay, it swings as far as your perceptual reality. So when you're in the swing, whatever it happens to be for you, of being cognitively dumbed down and not being able to be truly, authentically intelligent, when you're in that swing, you'll feel the dissonance. You'll feel the disgustingness. You'll feel the ick, or I will anyway. I feel it. Maybe you'll smell it. Maybe you'll taste it. Maybe it'll taste bitter in the mouth or metallic. Maybe you'll see things in such a skewed way. Your vision starts to close down and you got these health issues, whatever it happens to be. Your way is your way. But when you are feeling icky, for me, it's feeling icky. When you feel, okay, signpost, who's watching? This is the question I want to pose to you. Next time you're in frustration, anger, bitterness, and disappointment, and you're seeing things askew, do you know what to do? Who's watching? Who's watching? Who's watching? Who is watching? That's an ask of you. I'm not going to tell you who's watching. I want you to ask yourself, who's watching? Okay? The magic of nothing to do but see and watch as this vacillation, the swing, the life, swing of life is actually here in the nodes of the moon. This is what frames where we are and how we see. It's a very special configuration that you will have and carry, everybody having their own combination, their own freaky deakiness in Ra's case, or their own vulnerabilities, whatever it happens to be. So in these very special nodal environments, you can be aware of seeing what is there. This viewpoint, the way in which that the path that you're walking, the road that you're traveling, the way that you're seeing frames our perspective, our perceptual reality.